I wanted to ask Meg to come and share a little bit about what we're trying to do, one of the endeavors that we're doing together and collaborating with. So go for it.
Oh, well, thank you, Blanca, and this is a great moment. But before I get started, I just want to go on what Ms. Leffler was saying, because I was sitting over there thinking, when I was in elementary school, I had the good fortune of working a lot volunteering at Hope House, which is the home for children with multiple handicaps. My mother was one of the founding presidents, and so I did enormous amount of volunteering as a young child. I didn't know it was called volunteering. I was just going there. And then also, when I was in 5th and 6th grade, I had the good fortune of being a buddy with a young man named Richard who had autism. And I would go back and visit Richard until he moved. So I still, to this day, remember the great experiences. And I'm sure many of our kids, not only at Webster, but at other schools, will leave as they progress in their educational career, having been better because of their experiences with so many different children. So I think that's great to hear what's happening. And I applaud all of you. But that's not why Blanca asked me to speak. She asked me to speak to the fact that, as you know, transition to middle school for any child can be a daunting task, or better said, for any parent can be a daunting task. So we have been meeting recently a few times and had just incredible dialogue for long periods of time in which we're talking about the transition, both in terms of how can we support kids as they move into the middle school through the open enrollment process, as well as just the emotional development and how to put in systems that will help us with that transition. And it's just been a really great dialogue. As Blanca said, there's been times when we have disagreed, and we've all said, okay, we got to be really honest about the issues and the concerns, and it's just been a really powerful conversation. And Blanca and there's been other parents who have been at the conversation. I'm going blank right now. Nella has been there, and it's just really been wonderful. And I appreciate their willingness to come and engage with us in an honest dialogue to help solve problems and to address issues as they present themselves in a meaningful and positive way, moving us forward as a district. So again, I'm excited about these dialogues. I think we have another meeting scheduled January 14th or something like that, and it's just been really wonderful. So thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to hopefully having a better transition than some of the concerns that have been echoed. There you go.
You know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't end with a quote. And this quote speaks very highly to me because at the bottom of it, it just speaks of collaboration and really the call in this 21st global flat world that we're living in. We really don't have a choice. We need to learn how to live with each other if we're going to be able to make things happen for our kids. And so with that, this is from the book, Collaborative Leadership Field Book, and it says, collaboration confronts and changes basic perceptions about others by recognizing community and conversation as the only means for creating a society of tolerance, justice, responsibility, and caring. When it works, it satisfies basic, fundamental human needs. These needs embrace inclusion, which is just a basic sense of belonging and community, recognition, which is basically respect, care, and love, a sense of self-worth, a sense of control over one's life, and the opportunity for living up to one's aspirations, which is personal fulfillment, which kind of ties to this strategic plan that we have. But anyway, thank you so much, and we are just working our way so that we can have seamless, everyday, inclusive environments at all of our schools. So thank you.
Thank you.
So in closing, I want to thank the board, Mr. Diaz and Chief Petrosian, and all of ELT for the support that you've provided to special education, the parents, and our staff. And thank you for your continued support. And we're ready for another 10 years, another decade of inclusion. Thank you both.
And thank you. We do have one speaker card on this, and that's Felita Keeling.
Good evening, Superintendent Diaz and President Bob Harrison. My name is Felita Keeling, and I am the mother of two typical children, General Ed, both Gate. Very proud of both my sons, Miles and Preston. And I put my name down because I wasn't sure if Ms. Leffler was going to read my quote. I spent time thinking that whole thing through, but she did, and I'm really happy. But I still wanted to speak because of the fact that as a parent of typical children, it has been a great benefit to our family. And Miles, which is my 4th grader right here, and Preston's my 3rd grader. Miles has been, when he was in Mr. Stubbs' class, see, this whole thing just comes together. Miles and Isaac were in Mr. Stubbs' class in kindergarten, and since kindergarten, Miles and Preston have mirrored, and they have been in the same classroom from day 1 to currently, and they've been amazing partners. And would you like to say something about your experience as an inclusion? You want to do that? Go ahead. Well, and I want to say, I told my children I was coming to the board meeting, and they actually asked to come. That
Great.
says a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to say something? Go ahead. You can say something about your experience with Isaac, or how you feel. Go ahead.
I really enjoy my time spending time with Isaac. He's a really great friend. He has improved a lot. I have to say that. He has learned how to actually communicate with me, other kids in his class, and also the teacher. Well, yeah, I guess that's it.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I think maybe I have to push it one more time.
Okay, there we are. Anyway, so I just, as a typical parent, a parent of 2 really great kids, funny and entertaining, I'd like to just say that it's really important to support all of our parents, no matter where we come from. I've met some really good friends with Joy and Sue and Blanca and Marion and Sam and all their kids. And so we have this really great community. We have an amazing principal, and it's just really nice to be in an environment where you walk through the hallways and the kids it just all works. There's no, when I put organically and naturally, it just works. We don't have to instruct them or tell them what to do. They just know how to work together, and that's just how it should be. So anyway, thank you for your time, and thank you for this proclamation.
Yeah, thank you for coming tonight. Thank you all. We did vote. We passed the resolution, and we appreciate all the great leadership and from parents and administrators and staff, and just appreciate it all for the good work that you're doing out there.